Hey, Sean. I wanted to introduce myself and this channel. If you're new here or if you're considering subscribing, sort of what my goals are for the channel, for myself, and what you can expect from the channel and from me if you decide to subscribe. So first off, I'm a video producer, which is probably why you're here. My most popular videos, the videos that get the most views, are the videos about gear reviews and the technical specifications of things and things that I've learned on my journey as a video producer for the past 12 or 13 years now. And my ultimate goal as a professional is not to be a YouTuber, and we'll get to that in just a second, but my ultimate goal is to produce my own children's television show. Ideally for YouTube, where we could have full control over it, to do what we want to do with it. But that's my ultimate goal. It is not to become a successful YouTuber. It is not to be a camera person for the rest of my life in project-based situations. I want to create my own content and be my own producer and control things in a way, not only creatively, but for the financial side of things as well. However, beyond a video producer, I'm also a husband and a father to a 1-year-old. I play ultimate frisbee, I play music, I play guitar and piano and saxophone. I do other things other than produce video. I've been told by a lot of people, including by YouTube itself in the creator resources, to pick one topic and make your channel all about that. So do gear reviews, and even as specific as do either audio gear reviews or video gear reviews. Don't generalize in both things. Or if you're gonna do cooking. If you're gonna do music, do music. But if you're gonna have multiple things, build multiple channels for it. And for me, that sounds not only boring, but more challenging to get to that point where you are just scraping the bottom of the barrel for what is there to talk about. If somebody's not releasing a new piece of gear, am I gonna make one of these like, oh, 5 things you can do with this, or 6 things that I never leave home? I don't wanna get into that place where I am limited to what I can create based on what other people are doing. I wanna have a channel that reflects who I am, my interests, my passions, and the things that make me unique. I want my channel to be a reflection of myself. So let this be my introduction and my promise to you as a viewer. Number one, I am not a YouTuber first. I am a father and a husband and a video producer for my clients first. I do not want to be in a place where I have to record a video each week or every Monday or 3 days a week. I don't want to be in that place where I am beholden to an audience and sustaining that for my livelihood. I like what I do, and I like sharing a lot of this on YouTube, but YouTube is not my first love as a creator. Secondly, this channel will have gear reviews. It'll probably have a lot of them. And what I try to do with my reviews, I've just started a series called 1 Year Later. And what I try to do is battle test the gear in the field. There's a ton of channels out there who get sent products before they're even released to the public to hype them up. And there is a need for that. And I do watch those and enjoy them from certain people. But a lot of times that's stuff where people are saying like, oh, this light seems really good. I feel like I could use this in this situation. And what I want to do is use it in that situation and 15 others, and then come back and say, actually, this was great here. It wasn't so great here. I don't know that I would buy it as a professional producer. And so my gear reviews will hopefully be useful to other producers or people who are trying to be producers. My gear tutorials may not be as on point if you're trying to be a YouTuber and just create studio stuff. I have experience with that and I will share it, but a lot of my expertise comes from using these things in the field on client videos. I will also play music from time to time. I don't think I'm particularly good, but I enjoy playing music. I've played music I started playing saxophone when I was in kindergarten, and I will continue to play music. And I've been doing some live shows lately, which is a challenge for me. I feel like I shouldn't do them, and I roll my eyes at myself for committing to them, and I get really nervous and anxious leading up to them, but I do think there's some value in that and fighting through that and pushing myself outside of my comfort zone, and I also think it's kind of fun, and I've been told by a few people who have watched and listened that they liked it, so I'm gonna keep doing it for the time being. So that's gonna be a part of this. If you came here for gear reviews, don't be shocked if you see me holding a guitar. Third, I'm gonna make videos about ultimate frisbee. I love ultimate frisbee. I've played for a long time. I've coached the St. Louis team for a few years. I've coached grade schoolers. I've done a lot, and I love the game and what it does for people and friendship and sportsmanship. And so there's strategies and things like that that I think about and I read and I reflect and I try with my teams. and I'm going to continue to make those videos. So there are people who have found me for my ultimate videos. They are still coming. Don't be thrown by the gear reviews and the guitar playing that you see. And lastly, I firmly believe in habitual learning. I think if there's one thing about me, it's that I never want to stop learning. And one of my favorite things is to be wrong. And I feel like there's people who live their lives in a way where they're ashamed of being wrong, and they're so confident about stuff that they're unwilling to try new things. And for me, there's a lot that I do in video production where it turns out there was a better way all along, or if I had tried this, maybe that would have worked and I thought it wouldn't. And so there's all these things that I continue to better myself as a video producer. And you're gonna see that in my reviews. You're gonna see me suggest things or give advice, and that advice is going to change and evolve over time as I change and evolve over time. And there's things that 2 years ago I wouldn't have even thought of. Now it is my first reflex when I'm on a shoot. And I'm never gonna be ashamed of that, and I have to own that and say, if I'm gonna give you this advice, if I'm gonna tell you how you can improve yourself or you know, tweak this gear or whatever the video's about, I'm reserving the right to change my mind about that as I learn more in the future. And I may apologize for it then, but I'm not apologizing now for going into these things knowing that they may change. I'm gonna give you the best advice and expertise that I can give you now, but I leave room for that to change in the future. And as an extension of this, I've made a few videos lately and sporadically over the years that are sort of philosophical reflections on how I live my life, how I run my business, how I manage my career and my family. And I use these things, I mean, it's a genuine form of therapy to talk through these things, to do reflection. And for me to put it out there is another layer of really wanting to polish those thoughts first. And so there's philosophical things that I put out there that I think out loud about. And I think even more so than the gear and the career things, I'm wrong about them, and I have to think through that in real time, and those will change as I change and as I get older. And the way that I thought when I was 25 is way different than the way that I think now at 35, and I can't imagine how I'm going to think if I make it to 45, 55, 65, 105, whatever it may be. And I intend to keep sharing those and reflecting on those, because there's been people who have reached out. Even one person from a video will say, like, you know, this really changed what I was thinking, or I was struggling with something, and this shed a light on it like I hadn't thought about it before. And that alone is worth so much. So if you're somebody that rolls their eyes because, hey, I came here because I wanted more microphone reviews, and this dude is talking about how fatherhood is changing his perspective on safety, sorry about that, deal with it, unsubscribe if you need to. I'm still gonna be here, still doing it. So if you made it this far and you are considering subscribing, thank you for being a part of this with me. I'm going to do my best to make it a genuine reflection of who I am, how I change and grow, what I'm interested in, and what I lose interest in will disappear from the channel. Thank you for watching. I look forward to doing this with you. And if you have any thoughts about any of this, any suggestions on what you want to see in the future, and especially I'm interested in how you found this channel in the first place if you don't know me personally, throw it in the comments. I'd love to know, and I'd love to start that conversation. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.